proceeding, let me tell you the physical meaning of the word potential. We know that for a liquid to flow, there must be difference in level. If level is same, liquid will not flow. In the same manner, for heat to flow, there must be difference in temperature. For air to blow, there must be difference in pressure. If pressure is same, air will not blow. Likewise, for current to flow, there must be difference in something. So that difference is expressed in terms of potential. Done? Now, potential. It is the work done by an external agent in bringing a unit positive test charge from infinity to that point in the electric field. If W is the work done by an external agent in bringing a test charge Q0 to any point in the electric field, and this ratio is called the potential at that point. What is W? It is the work done by an external agent in bringing a test charge Q0 at any point in the electric field. This is defined as the electric potential at that point. Now the unit of work is Joule and unit of charge, it is Coulomb. The unit of electric potential becomes Joule per Coulomb and is also known as volt. Now this electric potential is a scalar quantity. For any positive charge, it always moves from higher potential to lower potential, whereas the negative charge moves from lower potential to higher potential. The next definition is potential difference. It is defined as the work done by an external agent in moving a unit positive test charge from one point to another point in the electric field. Now if W is the work done in moving a test charge Q0 from point B to point A by an external agent, then W by Q0 gives you VA minus VB, that is the potential difference between the 2 points A and B. Again I am defining it. The potential difference between any 2 points is the work done by an external agent in moving a unit positive test charge between those 2 points in the electric field. Now written VA minus VB is W by Q0. Now this means what? The potential at point A is more than potential at point B. How you will find out? Now just place a plus charge here. Now this is plus charge, and if I am placing plus charge here, so this will move this side, left side, right side. This will move this side. That means what? This side is the side of lower potential. Now your next derivation is potential due to a point charge. Let a point charge Q be placed at O and let P be any point at a distance R from it at which we have to find out electric potential. At any instant, we suppose a test charge Q0 is at A, whose distance from charge Q is x. So force acting on it by Coulomb's law is given by F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q0 upon x square. Its direction, it's plus charge. It's taking a plus charge here. Its direction F will be this side. Now if the test charge Q0 is displaced to point P by a small distance dx, then the work done dW is equal to F dot dx. The direction of F is towards right and displacement is towards left. The angle between them is what? It's 180 degree. Therefore, F dot dx will be F dx cos 180. What is cos 180? It is minus 1. Therefore, this becomes minus F dx. So, dW is equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q0 upon x square into dx. So, this is a small work done in bringing a charge from point A to B. Now what is electric potential? It is the work done in bringing the charge from infinity to that point. So what we will do now? We will integrate it. Therefore, W is equal to this constant, I am taking it out. is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q naught. I've taken it out, the minus sign here, and this is 1 upon x square dx. This limit will be, we are coming from where? We are moving from infinity to a point at a distance r. So this will give you the work done. Now all of you know what the integration of 1 upon x square, it is minus 1 upon x. So this becomes q naught minus 1 upon x, and limit is infinity to r. Now putting the values upper limit minus lower limit, we get 1 upon this minus and this minus will get cancelled. So this becomes 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q naught upon r. So this is the work done in bringing a test charge q naught into this. Now the question, so if the question comes derived for work done, so this is the formula for work done. Clear? Now this work done, whatever is the work done, so this is stored in the form of its potential energy. If the question comes, so what is the potential energy of the system? Then this work done is stored in the form of its potential energy. So the symbol for potential energy is what? U. So we write 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q naught upon r. So this is the formula for potential energy of the system. Which system? q naught at a distance x, at a distance r. Now we are dealing with the potential due to point charge. Now what is due to a point charge? It is the work done in bringing a unit test charge. So potential V becomes W by Q naught. Now this is W. This formula becomes 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R. So this is your formula for potential due to a point charge. Now this, if the source charge is minus, then your formula becomes, if the source charge is minus, then your formula becomes V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 minus Q by R. This means what? We have, in this formula we have to take charge with sign. Now if there are a group of charges, suppose Q1, Q2, I am taking this as minus Q3, Q4, which are respectively at a distance of R1, R2, R3, R4 from any point P, at which we have to determine the potential due to all the charges. Then potential at point P is given by V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. Then Q1 upon R1 is positive, then again plus Q2 upon R2. Now this is minus, so this becomes minus Q3 upon R3, then plus Q4 upon R4, so on. Because potential is a scalar quantity. So in this way we can find out potential at any point due to a group of charges. Next topic is electric field as gradient of electric potential. Let E be the electric field intensity along x-axis due to a point charge plus Q, which is at O. Suppose at any instant a test charge Q naught is at B. So the force acting on this test charge Q naught will be F is equal to Q naught E, and its direction will be this side. If why this side? This is positive charge or test charge Q naught here, so it is directed away from it. Now if the test charge Q naught is displaced to point A by a small distance dx, then the work done dW is equal to F dot dx. It is F dot dx. Now F is this side and displacement is this side. The angle between F and dx is 180 degree. Therefore this is F dx cos 180. Now what is cos 180? It's minus 1. So it is minus f px. So this is the small work done. Now f is q naught e, so this becomes minus q naught e dx. This is your dw. Now I am bringing those q naught here. It is dw by q naught is equal to minus e dx. Now what is dw by q naught? It is the potential difference between the 2 points A and B. And if this potential difference is dV, then dV is equal to minus e dx. Clear? This dw by q naught is the potential difference between the points A and B. Now, therefore, E is equal to minus dV by dx. So thus we see that intensity of electric field at any point in the field is equal to the negative of potential gradient. This means that the potential decreases in the direction of intensity of electric field. The next topic is equipotential surfaces. Now it is clear from the heading only, the surfaces at which potential remains same everywhere, they are called equipotential surfaces. Clear? Now if I take point charge Q, and if I draw a sphere of radius r with this charge at center, then at every point on its surface the potential will be how much? This is B is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r. Now this charge is at the center, and I have drawn a sphere of radius r. At all the points of the surface the potential will be this only. So therefore this surface of sphere is an example of equipotential surfaces. Now coming to the properties of equivalent surface. Its first property is no work is done in moving any charge from one point to another point on the surface. And again repeating it, no work is done. No work is done in moving a charge between any 2 points on an equipotential surface. Let us see why. We know the formula W work done is equal to Q delta V. Delta V is the potential difference. If I take any charge Q naught from point A to point B, then the potential at A and potential B are same. Therefore, if a charge Q naught is carried from point A to point B, what is the potential difference? The potential difference is 0, as the potential at both the points is same. Therefore, when delta V becomes 0, so W becomes, when delta V is 0, W is equal to 0. Therefore, the property is no work is done when a charge is moved from one point to another point on an equipotential surface. Next property, the direction of intensity of electric field or the lines of force are everywhere perpendicular to the equivalent surface. Now let us see it. A point charge Q here. If I take any point here on the equivalent surface, the direction of electric field due to this charge will be away from this charge. So this will be along the radius. So this is the direction of electric field at this point. It is away. That means it is along the radius. Now direction equivalent surface is along the tangent. So the angle between intensity of electric field and the equivalent surface is 90 degree. The next property is the direction of intensity of electric field or the lines of force. They are everywhere perpendicular to the equivalent surface. Next property, no equivalent surface will intersect each other. I am writing it here. No two equipotential surface will intersect each other. Let us see why. Suppose two surfaces they intersect each other, then at the point of intersection there will be two direction electric field, which is not possible. Therefore, no two equal surfaces will intersect each other. Next property is closer the surfaces, equal surfaces are. That means closer the equipotential surfaces are, stronger is the field. Or in other words, farther the surfaces are, weaker is the field. The next topic is potential due to an electric dipole. Now we have already studied what is electric dipole. A pair of two equal and opposite charges kept at small distance apart, they form a dipole. To under this heading, we have got two derivations. First is in the end-on position or along the axis. Now, let AP be a given dipole of length 2L having charge plus Q at B and minus Q at A, and let P be any point on its axis at which we have to find out electric potential, and the distance of this point P from the dipole is R. So the electric potential at P due to charge at B will be VB. I am writing this is VB 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. Formula is Q upon R. Now distance you have to take from this point. Now this is your R. This total is 2L. So this is L. So this becomes how much? R minus L. So potential at P due to charge at B will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q upon R minus L. In the same manner, potential at P due to charge at A, that is minus Q, will be VA. This is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 minus Q. This is minus Q. This is minus Q upon R plus L. The potential at P due to plus charge Q is this much, and at P due to charge at A, that is minus Q, is this much. But now distance is R plus L. This much is R and this is L. So this becomes R plus L. Now therefore, total potential at P, V becomes VB plus VA. This is your VB, this is your VA. This is VP plus VA. VB is how much? This. VA is this much minus Q. So this is 1 upon, I am taking this much common, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, I am taking common Q. So VB is 1 upon R minus L. So this was minus Q. So this is minus 1 upon R plus L. Take LCM. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q. The LCM R minus L and R plus L will be R square minus L square. This is R square minus L square. Here you have got R plus L minus R. This will become plus L. R minus R cancel. L plus L 2L. So this is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. This Q into 2L upon R square minus L square. Now what is Q into 2L? It is dipole moment. The product of any one charge and distance between both the charges is called dipole moment. This will be represented by P. So P potential becomes 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. In place of Q into 2L, this is E. That is your dipole moment, R square minus L square. This is the formula for potential due to dipole at a point P, which is distance at a distance R. Now if your dipole is a very small length, that is if L is much smaller than R, then what we do? We neglect R square. The formula becomes B is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 P upon R square. This is the formula in the case when dipole is of very small length. The second part is potential due to dipole in the broad side-on position or along the equatorial line. That means any point on the perpendicular bisector, that is known as broad side-on or equatorial line. Again, let AB be a dipole made up of charges plus q1 minus q, and length between distance between both the charges 2l, and any point P which is at a distance r from it along the equatorial line. At this point we have to find out electric potential. Now potential at P due to charge at B, VB will be, this will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q. Now distance is PB. This is, we have to take PB. Now this length is L, this is R, this is R, and this is total is 2L, so this becomes L. So by Pythagoras theorem, PB becomes, PB is equal to under root R square plus L square. So potential at P due to charge at B will be, VB is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q upon under root R square plus L square. Similarly, potential at P due to charge at A will be VA is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. Now this charge is minus q, so we will take minus q here. And this distance, again by Pythagoras, will be same. Therefore, this will be minus q upon R square plus L square. Potential at P due to charge at B is this much, and potential at P due to charge at A, that is minus q, is this much. We want total potential due to dipole. Now what we do it? We add both. See, now this potential is what? Scalar quantity. Therefore net potential at P, V is equal to VB plus VA. Now see, the values are same. So therefore, now this is minus sign. So this will be VB plus VA will be how much? This is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q upon this. Now VA is what? Minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon q upon this. This will become 0. So net potential due to dipole in the broadside position is 0. Now work done in rotating an electric dipole in an uniform electric field. Now this is a dipole which is kept in a uniform external electric field E at an angle theta. We all know that when an electric dipole is kept in a uniform electric field, a torque acts on it and is given by tau is equal to Pe sin theta. This torque will try to align it parallel to the electric field. Now if this dipole is further rotated, now this dipole is further rotated by a small angle d theta, then the work done dw is equal to tau d theta. This torque acting on it. Now if this dipole is further rotated by small angle d theta, then the work done dw is equal to tau d theta. Now what is torque? It is Pe sin theta d theta dw. So the total work done, what we do? We will integrate it. The total work done in rotating this dipole from angle theta 1 to theta 2 will be w is equal to integration of P is constant, so I am taking it out. It is Pe integration of sin theta d theta, and we are rotating it from theta 1 to theta 2. Clear? Now what is integration of sin theta? Integration of sin theta is, it's minus cos theta. So this is Pe integration of sin theta, it's minus cos theta, limit theta 1 to theta 2. Now what we do? We put the upper limit minus the lower limit. This is P. The upper limit is minus cos theta 2. Then upper limit minus the lower limit. So this sign is for minus.
The lower limit is minus cos theta 1. This minus becomes plus. So this formula becomes PE cos theta 1 is plus. Now cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So this is the work done in rotating a dipole from angle theta 1 to theta 2. Now if the dipole is kept in its equilibrium position, that is when theta 1 is 0 degree, if the dipole is rotated from its equilibrium position by an angle theta, then theta 1 becomes 0 and theta 2 becomes theta. So cos, this becomes cos 0. This will be total work done. W is equal to P cos 0 minus cos theta. What is the value of cos 0? It is 1. So W is equal to E1 minus cos theta. So this is the formula to be used when the dipole is rotated from its equilibrium position to by an angle theta. So this is WPE1 minus cos theta. This is a formula in general when it is rotated from angle theta 1 to theta 2. This was all about electric potential. If you have any queries or any doubt, please ask in the comment section. Thank you.